So this is what we want to add in here is this little bit of an idle animation so that as we animate down the road, that it feels like it's in the air all the time. So it's not just super static, it's going to have a little bit of air friction to it. Very, very simple. So to do this, what I'm going to do here is just select my first controller. So all of these are going to be controlling essentially top down. So this one's going to be the one that we're going to put the idle animation on. I'm going to go ahead and jump into my animation tab. Going to go ahead and jump into render mode. And then from here, I'll just go into graph editor right here. And then I'm just going to stick a keyframe onto rotation. We're not going to actually rotate it yet. I'm going to hit I to insert rotation. And that'll just give us the ability to apply a modifier on top of this. So I'm going to go ahead and select my X channel right here. And then go ahead and go into modifiers right here. And we'll go to add modifier. And then we'll do something like noise. And then from here, you'll see that, okay, now it's moving. Obviously, it's going to be way, way, way too much out of the box. And if I come over here and hit home to view this, or even if I hit period on the keyboard, I kind of zoom in here. Basically, we want to kind of get a bird's eye view of what this looks like. And it's going to be way too much out of the box. So I'm going to go and make sure my X channel is selected. And then for scale, we can do something like, let's just do a value of 9. And this will just kind of spread it out so it's not so aggressive frame to frame. And then we'll go down on, so we have scale, which pushes it left to right like this. And then we have strength, which is essentially up and down. So I'm going to go to something like 0.01 here. And if we kind of zoom in here, we can see we still have some animation. It's just not going to be nearly as aggressive. So we got a little bit of a wobble, but really, really subtle. So we're going to take this and we're going to copy this using the copy button right here. And then from here, we'll do something like over on our Y, we'll go ahead and paste this in here. And then we'll go ahead and tweak this a bit. We'll boost up the offset quite a bit so it's not on the same randomization. Maybe bring the scale down a little bit. So maybe something like 7 and then maybe something like 0.02. So this is going to be given a little bit more on a different axis. And we'll go ahead and take that same one and we'll go over to our Z. We'll go ahead and paste this in here. And then what we'll do is we'll go ahead and offset this. There we go. So it's going to be super subtle. But like as we go in here, you can see it's really effective. And it might be a little bit exaggerated now. We can always tone this back in the shot. But typically what I find is just exaggerating these really believable features can kind of really amp up the animation. So we can always tone back as if we needed.